Good morning, students. So today we will continue chapter number 14, that is substances in common use. So your first topic is radioactive substances. So elements with a higher atomic number such as uranium, thorium, radium have a property of spontaneously emitting invisible, highly penetrating and high energy radiation. This property is called radioactivity. So remember, element with higher atomic number such as uranium, thorium, radium have a properties to emit spontaneously emitting invisible and highly penetrating and high energy radiation. So this property is called radioactivity. Okay, a substance having its property is called radioactive substance. A substance having this property, a substance means like uranium, thorium and radium, having this property is called radioactive substance. The nucleus of radioactive elements is unstable. Remember, the nucleus of radioactive elements is unstable. Radiation occurs from an unstable nucleus. So listen, if nucleus of the element is stable, then from that elements radiations will not come out. But if the nucleus of the element is unstable, like uranium, thorium, radium, etc., in that case radiations occurs from an unstable nucleus. It means radiations will come out from that elements. Radioactive substances are relevant to our day-to-day life, right? However, before going further, let us learn something more about these substances. Three types of radiations are given out by radioactive substances. Listen. From these unstable elements or from these radioactive elements like uranium, thorium and radium, there are three types of rays emitted or three types of radiations emitted. Namely, these are alpha, beta and gamma rays, right? So always remember, from unstable elements like uranium, thorium and radium, which type of rays emitted or which type of radiations emitted from that unstable elements? So there are three types of radiations emitted. Namely, first one is alpha, they are positive in nature. Beta, they are negative in nature. And gamma, there is no any charge or they are neutral. We can say they are neutral. They do not deviate from negative plate or positive plates, right? An introduction to scientist, if you want to read, you can read. Okay, but this is omitted this year. Okay, next topic is nature of radioactive radiations. So before explaining this content, I will explain this diagram. This diagram is important because sometimes in your paper diagram based questions comes. I will give the diagram and you have to label it. Okay, so see, here is radioactive substance in the lead block, and from these radioactive substances radiations is emitting or rays is emitting. There are many rays, but we have taken only one for the understanding purpose, right? There is a slit in the path of radiation. There are two plates. One is positively charged and the second one is negatively charged. Okay, this is positive charge plate. This is negative charge plate. Electrically charged plates, right? So you can see here, this is the radiations or rays coming from the unstable elements like uranium, thorium, radium, etc. So you can see here, this rays splits into three parts. One deviated from this side, one deviated towards positive plates, second deviated from negative plates, and third one, there is no any deviation in this rays, right? It means we can say, since this rays deviated towards positive plates, it means they are negative in nature. The reason is that's why they attract towards positive plates, and since this is negative plate and they are attracted towards negative plates, it means they are positive in nature, right? Because we know that same charge, if this is positive rays and this is positive plate, so there will be repulsion, but there is attraction. So it means the nature of this rays is negative. It means this negative nature rays is known as beta rays, and this rays, the rays which attracts towards negative plate, is known as alpha rays, and there is no any deviation, that is gamma rays, right? This symbol of gamma, we can write here gamma like this one. Okay, this is not R, this is a gamma, okay, like this one, not R, this is, sorry, like this one, gamma, okay. Now come to here. Actually, this content and this diagram is not visible simultaneously, so that's why I have explained you this diagram. See, in 1889, Rutherford discovered that the radiations emitted by radium were of two types. First of all, Rutherford discovered in 1889 that radiations emitted by radium were of two types. They are called alpha and beta radiations. It means Rutherford discovered only alpha and beta rays initially in the beginning, but Billard discovered the third type, namely gamma radiation, right? When these rays are allowed to pass through two oppositely charged plates, they get separated. See, these rays pass through two oppositely charged plates, they splitted into two rays, alpha and beta. Get separated. This method was introduced by Rutherford in 1902. Rutherford and Billard studied the radiation emitted by radioactive substances. For this purpose, the rays were allowed to pass through a electrical field. Electrical field means two types of field. One is positive field and second one is negative field. And a photographic plates was held in their path. So here is the photographic zinc sulfide coated photographic plate. This is plate. Which type of plate this is? This is zinc sulfide. Z means zinc sulfide coated photographic plates are here in the path of radiations or in the path of rays. It was found that radiations was divided into three types. One type of radiation deviated slightly towards the negatively charged plate, that is alpha, while the second type of radiation deviated substantially towards the positively charged plate, that is positively charged plate, this one, positively charged plate, that is beta. However, the third type of radiation did not deviate at all. There is no any deviation in the third rays. The rays which deviated slightly towards negatively charged plate are called alpha rays. Those which deviate substantially towards the positively charged plate are called beta rays, and those which do not deviate at all are called gamma rays. Right? An introduction to scientist. If you want to read, you can read. Students, this table is very, very important. Definitely questions can come from this table. Okay? Questions like write three characteristics of alpha, beta and gamma rays. So you have to write all the three properties from this table. So serial number 1, first property is, in first column there is property and second column there is alpha rays. So these all are the properties of alpha rays. Beta rays, these all are the properties of beta rays. Gamma rays, this is all properties of gamma rays, right? So first is nature. So in nature it is current of alpha, that is helium, He++, or we can write simply here He2+, both are same. A current of alpha, He2+ particles. So alpha, it means what? This one. This alpha is the current of He2+, right? That's why He2+, that's why the positive nature is here. So that's why it's attracted or deviated towards negatively charged plate, right? This is current of electrons, that is current of electrons means electrons minus, E minus, that is beta rays. Current of beta, that is electron E minus particles, this is electromagnetic radiation, that is gamma rays. Mass, that is 4.0028 unit. U means what? Please tell. U means unified atomic mass. Beta, the mass of beta rays is 0.00548 U, and there is no mass in case of gamma rays. Charge +2, you can see here He2+ is here, that's why +2. E minus, it means -1. E, nothing is written, it means E -1. It means charge -1, electrically neutral. Okay. Velocity, the velocity of alpha rays is 1/5, 1 by 5 to 1 upon 20 times the velocity of light. In case of beta rays, 1 by 5 to 9 upon 10 times of velocity of light. So this is the smallest velocity as compared to three rays. This is the middle. They are in middle. It means the velocity of beta rays is more than alpha rays but less than gamma rays. Same as the velocity of light in case of gamma rays. Deviation in the electric field. So we know that alpha ray attracted towards negatively charged plate, beta rays attracted toward positively charged plate, gamma rays not deviated. There is no any deviation. Penetrating power can penetrate an aluminum sheet of thickness less than, this is the less than 0.02 mm means millimeter, can penetrate an aluminum sheet of thickness 2 millimeter. It means this is higher than alpha rays, which is 100 times the penetration of the alpha particles. Just think, this is 100 times higher than the alpha rays. This is the highest penetrating power. In case of gamma rays, can penetrate 15 centimeter thick. Just think, can penetrate 15 centimeter thick lead screen, which is 10,000 times the penetration of alpha particles. So we compared here which rays have maximum penetrating power. So definitely gamma rays, because they can penetrate 15 centimeter, like a scale have a 15 centimeter small scale. So just think. Next is ionization power, very high, low and very low. What is ionization power? This is the ability of radiation to damage molecules. So which rays can damage very badly? So this one, alpha rays, because they have very high ionizing power. Last one, power to produce fluorescence, very high, very low, right? This uses of radioactive isotopes. This is isotope. What is isotopes? Isotopes means those elements having same atomic number but different atomic mass number is known as isotope. For example, if I write here hydrogen 1, this is the atomic number, and 1, this is atomic mass number. Again I write one hydrogen I have written here, this is atomic number, this is atomic mass number. Again hydrogen I am writing here, atomic number 1 is the atomic number here. Downside we write atomic number, and atomic mass is 3. Atomic mass number is 3. So we can see here elements all have hydrogen elements, they all have same atomic number 1 1 1 but different atomic mass number. So these all are called isotopes. So there are 3 isotopes of hydrogen, right? It is a misconception that radioactive elements are used only for making an atom bomb. This is a misconception. We use isotopes, radioactive elements as the atom bomb, but radioactive isotopes are used in various fields like such as scientific research, agriculture, industry, medicine, etc. So it is our misconception that with the help of radioactive elements we make only atom bomb, but this is not correct. The correct is with the help of radioactive isotopes Radioisotopes are used in various fields like scientific research, agriculture, industry, medicines, etc. Radioactive substances are used in two ways. For suppose this is uranium, this is uranium, right? So by using the radiation alone, so we know that this is unstable. Uranium is unstable, right? This symbol is U. So from this unstable nucleus, radiation comes out. So we can use this radiation alone, or by using radioactive elements itself. It means we can use this radioactive elements itself. So in two ways we use radioactive substances. We can use radiations, or simply we can use this radioactive elements itself. Okay, this is omitted, but if you want to study, you can read. This page is omitted. Now see, hazards of radioactive substances and radiations, right? First one is the central nervous system is affected by radioactive radiations. Your central nervous system can be damaged with the help of radioactive radiations. Second hazards are hereditary defects are generated by bombardment of radiation on DNA in a body. If we do bombardment of radioactive radiations, then your hereditary defects can be generated on DNA in our body. Radioactive radiations can penetrate the skin. We know that they have penetrating power, so they can penetrate the skin and causes disease like skin cancer, leukemia. What is leukemia? Leukemia means blood cancer. The radioactive pollutants created due to explosions enter the body through air, and it is difficult to control them. If your radioactive pollutants enter in your body through air, so it will be difficult to control them. Fifth one, the radioactive pollutants released in the sea enter the bodies of fishes, and through them enter the human body, right? First of all, radioactive pollutants entered into the sea, then from sea to fishes, and then from fishes to human body if we consume fishes. Sixth one, the radioactive paint on the watch can cause cancer. Sometimes we use watch and we can see that watch even at night or even in dark. But due to that radiation, there is a chance to cause cancer. The radioactive isotopes strontium-90, this is atomic number indicating here, can enter the body through plants, fruits, flowers, cereals, milk, etc. and cause disease like bone cancer, leukemia. Okay, which radioactive isotopes? Strontium-90 can enter the body through plants, fruits, flowers, cereals, milk, etc. and cause disease like bone cancer, leukemia. Okay. A peep into the past. If you want to read, you can read for your knowledge, but this is omitted. Now some chemical substances in day-to-day life, right? I will give you homework. These two I will give you the homework. The food that we ate, objects like clothes, utensils, watches, medicines, and other objects are made from various kind of matter. We know that, like clothes, utensils, watches, medicines, and other objects are made from various kind of matter. These affect our health directly or indirectly, right? Let us learn about some such substances. So we know that a sweets shop looks attractive because of colorful sweets. We know if you visit sweet shop, then you can observe that there are various types of sweets are available of different color. They looked very attractive, but the color used is very dangerous for the health, because they all use artificial color. I will tell you in the next page what are the harmful effect of artificial color. Okay, which color are used in these substances? So they use artificial colors, right? Okay, for red they use erythrocyan, for blue they use indigo, and etc., right? A doctor gives you medicines when you fall ill. What are the medicines made from? So they are made from organic compounds. They are made up of organic compounds. Food colors and essences means fragrance. We know that there are many fragrances are there. Food colors are mixed in most soft drinks and foodstuffs available in the market, right? Food colors are mixed in most soft drinks. There are different types of soft drinks. So there are food colors are mixed, and food stuff, even in food stuff there is food colors. These food colors are in the form of powders. They are in the form of powders, gels, and pastes. Food colors are used in domestic as well as commercial products. Food colors be used in domestic purpose as well as commercial purpose, right? Certain colors and essences are added to ice cream also. Cream, ice candies, sauce, fruits, juices, cold drinks, pickles, jams, and jelly. Just think. There are different color in all the substances, like ice cream have different color, but as in the ice cream we use artificial color, that is very dangerous. So so there is one you have one option: don't use artificial color, you can use natural color. But mostly there are artificial color are used in in ice cream, ice candies, sauce, fruit, juice, cold drink, pickles, jam, and in jelly. Food colors are often found to be added to packaged meat, even in packaged meat like chicken, mutton, chili powder, turmeric, sweets, and other similar substances, so as to give them a good color. Because if if there is no color, then it will be not attractive. So for attractive purpose we use different color. Now harmful effects of artificial food colors. First one is food colors added to pickles. Remember, Food colors added to pickles, jam, and sauce contain a small quantity of lead. This is harmful. Lead is harmful for health. Quantity of lead and mercury. Lead and mercury both are harmful for our health. This can be harmful for those who consume these products on regular basis. So if you use like pickles, jam, sauce on daily basis, then that will be harmful for you. But in sometimes if you use, then there are very very low chance that they can harm you. Disease like ADHD, the full form of ADHD is attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. Attention deficit hyperactivity disorder means attention in difficulty. Like if you are reading book, then there is no attention on that book. If I am explaining here, but you have no attention, that is called attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. Can affect children due to excess consumption of foods with added food colors. So students, don't use food added foods, okay? Now, dye. The colored substance which on applying to an article imparts that color to the articles is called dye. So what is dye? It is a colored substance which on applying on the article. Suppose this is an article and you applied a dye here, black dye. So its color, the color of this substance will become black. If you apply a dye and there is a particular color comes out due to this dye, then this is called dye. Generally, a dye is soluble in water and insoluble in oil. So if you dissolve dye in water, they will dissolve in the water. But if you dissolve in oil, then they will not dissolve in oil. Often a mordant has to be used to fix the color after dyeing a cloth. Suppose this is a cloth and you used a color, dye. So to protect this dye, suppose due to applying the dye, its color become red. But if you want to fix this red color on this clothes, then you have to use mordant, right? Mordant. If you will not use mordant, this red color will not fix on this clothes. So mordant is used to fix the color. Plants are the main source of color. For preparing a natural dye is useful or harmless, like roots, leaves, flowers, bark, fruits, seeds, fungus, and pistil are used for making dye. So these all are used to make natural dyes. In Kashmir, a very good dye is made from saffron. In Kashmir, very good dye is made from saffron, which is used to dye fibers from which saris, shal, and dresses are made. These are very costly. Which is found in the Kashmir. Many people are engaged in this occupation as their means of earning a livelihood. The use of henna means mehndi, mehndi. Henna leaves to color hair is safe for health. So henna leaves is good for health. There is no any harmful effect of henna leaves. So henna leaves you can use for color. William Henry Perkin invented an artificial dye in 1856. Artificial dyes are classified into many types on the basis of chemical properties and solubility. Petroleum products and minerals are used in these dyes. So in these artificial dyes, we use petroleum products and minerals can be used in the artificial dyes. So here are the uses of dyes and here are adverse effects of dyes. So what are the uses of dyes? So they are used for coloring clothes and hair. Fluorescent colors are used to make boards that are visible at night. Sometimes if you travel by bike or by four-wheelers, then you can see when lights fall on that boards, they are visible at night. So in that is called fluorescent color. Dyes are used to polish leather shoes, purses and chappals, right? Adverse effects. Dyeing hair can have adverse effects like hair fall, damage to hair, texture, burning of skin, adverse effect on eyes, etc. These all are the adverse effects. Second, lipstick contains a dye named carmine. In lipstick, they contain carmine. It does not affect lips. Carmine does not affect lips but cause stomach disorder. Excessive use of plants for making natural dyes result in deterioration of the environment, right? Excessive use of plants for making natural dyes results in deterioration of the environment, right? Because if you make excessive natural dyes, then that time you have to use plants, and if you use plants, so there is a chance in the deterioration of the environment, because trees are very important for us. They gives us oxygen, and we use oxygen for the survive. Otherwise, without oxygen, we cannot life is not possible. Understood? Artificial colors. What problems do you get after playing colors on Rang Panchami? Why? Its answer is written here. So we regularly use artificial colors on Rang Panchami, decorating the house by painting. This is important. The red color used on Rang Panchami is very dangerous. Listen. The red color used on Rang Panchami is very dangerous. It contains a high proportion of mercury. In red color, there are in high proportion. High proportion means in large quantity. Mercury is used in the red color. This red color poses risks like blindness, skin cancer, asthma, itching of the skin, permanent blocking of the sweat pores, etc. So these all are the harmful effects of red color. So we should not use red color on Rang Panchami or in Holi. Therefore, it is necessary that artificial color are used cautiously. Like you can see here in the diagram, you can see here. Which color will you use to prevent the occurrence of these problems? So we should use natural colors. We should use natural colors. What problem do you have on painting the house and furniture? If you paint something at your home, or if you paint your the furniture, there is smell comes, right? So what are the problems on painting the house and the furniture? The problems like due to strong smell cause nausea, vomiting, burning eyes, redness of eyes, etc. These all are the problems. Find out, omitted, but if you want to read, you can read. Try this, is also omitted, but if you want to read, you can read here. Your next topic is deodorant, right? So deodorant, I will explain you in the next lecture. So in the next lecture, in the one lecture, this chapter will be finished. Then you have to read your textbook again and again, because students have no practice to read the textbook. They study only exercise given questions, but pattern has been totally changed. They ask textual questions in the SSC exam, so you must read your textbook, okay? And there are many questions come on the basis of given diagram. They will give the diagram and you have to observe. On the basis of that diagram, they ask some questions. So if you will read the textbook very carefully, then definitely you will be able to answer all the given questions in your exam. So it's my advice, read your textbook again and again and use pencil and underline important points. So there are definitely some important points are there. For example, in red color, artificial red color, which elements are used? So there are mercury in highly proportion are used, and they are very mercury element is very dangerous for our health. So you should underline important points. So till then, have a nice day. Take care. Thank you.